Good morning, everybody. It is currently about 6 a.m., 5:45, 6 a.m. We're headed to the gym. It's going to be our first leg workout today, and I'll get into kind of what my workout routine is going to be changing to during the commentary. But I've got pre-workout muffin, blueberry muffin, homemade protein muffin, and a scoop of BCAAs I'm going to be sipping on my way to the gym. We're heading to a different gym because they've got some better leg equipment than the one that I normally go to. So it's gonna be a little bit of a drive, which is why I'm gonna eat this now instead of eating it earlier while I was getting ready to go. But I'm rambling. Let's get to the gym. I'll see you guys there. Alright everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the first commentary of this video going over the AM portion of today's leg workout. Now, before we get too far into the workout, I just want to kind of talk about how I'm going to be changing my routine up this week and moving forward, depending on how it goes and how I feel. But basically what I'm going to be doing is, as you guys may remember, last week I did a single leg workout and I split it up into two parts. So I did an AM workout where I went a little bit heavier, focusing on one to two muscle groups, so my posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, calves, and then I did a PM workout where I went a little bit lighter and focused more on like my quads and again a little bit of calves. Now I actually really enjoyed that, even though I went a little bit too heavy and a little bit too much in the morning, so I wasn't able to really push in the evening. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be structuring a 2-a-day workout for basically a push-pull legs, or not a push-pull, but a legs push-pull arms split, and then taking a rest day. Now this is going to be a 5-day cycle, and then it's basically a repeat, so it's not going to be like doing the exact same workout every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, things like that. And it's also going to be changing up from week to week as I change which muscle groups I'm going to be targeting specifically. So like this week, starting off, we're hitting a safety bar or a safety squat using the safety bar. So today I went to a different Peak Fitness over in Hayden, which is about a 15-20 minute drive from my house. It's actually right near the Snap Fitness that I used to go to, so not too I'm pretty familiar with this drive. It's pretty easy. And the reason I went here is because they have a lot more leg and lower body based equipment than the Peak Fitness that I go to on a regular basis. Now today we're going to be targeting a heavy quad session in the morning, and then a light, high volume, more hypertrophy based focused workout in the evenings. So as you can see, like I said, starting off with a safety squat. And for those of you that haven't seen this before, it's similar in terms of muscle activation to a front bar squat. If you can kind of see the way the bar is bent on the sides, it loads the weight forward as you squat down, causing you to focus on activating your quads as opposed to more of your posterior chain in something like a standard barbell squat. Now with that one, as you guys saw, did pretty heavy working sets, so like 2 warm-up sets just to get into the movement, and then I hit some heavy working sets of around 4 to 6 reps before I moved into a hack squat. So again, this is a machine that I don't have at my regular Peak Fitness. And with this one, again, kind of I actually did like 1 or 2 warm-up sets because I haven't done hack squat in a long time. So I just wanted to kind of feel through the movement again, kind of make sure I watched my form, see how I was doing, and just really focused on this movement. And then I started going a little bit heavier and moved into my working sets of around 6 to 8 reps, followed by 2 to 4 paused reps at the end of each working set. That means that at the end of each set, and you'll see in a second, I pause at the top, catch my breath. I'm not re-racking the weight. I'm keeping the weight unracked and basically on my shoulders, but I'm pausing, catching my breath, and then I'm going for another rep. Repeat the same thing. So rest about 5-10 seconds, just enough for you to catch your breath, get a little bit of strength back, and then smash another rep. Do that 2 to 4 times at the end of each working set, and I guarantee your quads are going to start blowing up by the end of this. Now, if you guys don't have a safety bar at your gym, because I know that very, very few gyms, this is actually only the first gym I've seen in this area with that safety bar that I did first, if you guys don't have one of those, what you can do instead is just a standard front bar squat or a front squat. Or another thing you can do is like a weighted goblet squat. Basically anything where you can load up a lot of weight and target your quads, but you want to make sure that it's more of a compound movement. So that's a big thing with these AM sessions is we're going to be doing really heavy weight, low reps, focusing more on strength-based movements. So we're going to be doing more compound movements as opposed to isolation. But at the same time, at the very end of the workout, we're going to finish off with like one isolation movement going a little bit higher volume so that we can target the specific muscle groups. And this is only going to apply to like our legs. On our push days, you'll see tomorrow, we're going to get into more of that as we go. But like I was saying, really focusing on those heavy compounds for this morning session. Now, another thing you guys are going to notice is these workouts are pretty short. I mean, I've only got 5 exercises in this entire workout, but with that, 3 of them are targeting my quads and then 2 of them are calf movements. So realistically, it's only 3 exercises, and we're keeping the sets around 4 sets per exercise, and just kind of keeping the volume pretty low in the morning. The whole goal of this is to have your workout be around 30 to 45 minutes. Because we're going a little bit heavier, you can keep your rest time a little bit longer so you can recuperate and recover that strength between sets. So it might end up being around 45 minutes per workout. But overall, we're going to really focus on keeping this AM workout and even our PM workout a little bit shorter than a typical one-shot workout for the entire day. And the reason for that is because we don't want to fully burn out in the morning like I did last week when I pretty much hit a full workout in the morning and then I tried to hit a second full workout in the evening. You just can't do that when you aren't, we'll say, enhanced. When you aren't basically juicing or anything like that, natural athlete, you just can't recover enough in that 6 to 8 hour window from one workout to the next. But anyway, after we finished our hack squat, we moved into a leg extension. Now, if you guys have seen some of my older videos, something that I like to do are called lucky sevens. And this is my own variation and my own take on 21s, which instead of doing this typical 21, which is you're going to do 7 partial reps focusing on either the bottom or the top of the movement, followed by 7 partial reps focusing on the top or the bottom, whichever one you didn't just do, and then you're going to finish with 7 full reps. Instead, I generally don't feel the bottom portion of the movement as much. So what I like to do is I start with 7 full reps, but I'm focusing on a 4-second negative. So as you can see here, just real slow down, hold that contraction at the peak, and then just slowly lower that weight. And then once I finish with that, I go into 7 partial reps, focusing on the top half of the movement. So we're really burning out that peak contraction of the movement, which you can see that right here. Now, like I said, the reason for that is because I don't tend to feel the lower half of the movement when I'm doing partials as much as I feel the top half. Then once you finish those top partials, then we move into 7 full reps and just feel that burn. Just burn out the quads. I guarantee you by the time you finish those 3 sets, you will barely be able to get off of that machine. That's this variation of lucky sevens. It's one of my favorite ways to kind of turn the intensity up on just about any movement, because it's really simple. You want to keep the weight really light and just focus on those contractions, especially at the peak of the movement. Now, once we finished with that, that was our last quad exercise for this morning and for today. So as you can see, very low volume, but again, we're keeping the weight really heavy on the initial, and then we hit one more isolation movement to kind of recruit a little bit more hypertrophy, because we're only going to be working our quads once today. And this will change once we get into some more of the push and pull workouts, as you'll see later this week. But moving on, we're next going to hit standing calf raises. And again, on this one, going a little bit heavier, and we're doing around 8 to 12 reps. And then what I tried to do is 5+ partials. That means that after I hit my 8 to 12 reps and kind of started failing around that 10, 11, 12 mark, then I just kind of pumped out another 5 or so reps, as many as I could get, to finish off that set. Now, something else you might have noticed on the last clip was I started off by just doing some kind of like light stretching on this machine as well. Reason for that is mainly because when I started my legs, I did a nice full leg warm up, my typical warm up, but I didn't warm up my calves very much. And before I start getting into like a heavy calf movement, I like to do some kind of just stretch out my calves, contract them a little bit, warm them up, and then move into the exercises. Definitely helps with getting that mind-muscle connection going, and really focusing on the muscle that you're trying to target, as well as helps prevent injury. Now, once we finish off with our standing calf raises here, we're going to move into the very last exercise of this AM workout, which is going to be a calf press on a leg press machine. Again, we're going to be focusing on going heavy, and we're going to do 4 sets, pretty much exactly the same thing for reps and sets as the last calf exercise, around 8 to 12 reps, 5+ partials, just pumping them out at the end and kind of burning our calves out. Now, the reason we're going heavier in the morning, as I said, as opposed to lighter overall, is we want to be focusing more on a strength-based movement in the AM, and then like I said, in the PM, we're going to be focusing more on a volume and hypertrophy movement, or just movements in general. So, hope you guys enjoyed this first half of the workout. I will check back in with you guys in a little bit when we hit the PM session. See you guys. Woo! All right, so that is workout number 1 done and dusted for today. Just a second here. There we go. So yeah, workout number 1 all finished. Heavy quad focused and calf focused workout. I did not do any cardio today. Now, reason for that is because I'm changing up my workout. As you guys kind of heard throughout the commentary, I'm going to be doing twice-a-day workouts this entire week and probably seeing how I feel. And then hopefully, if this goes well, I'm going to continue that for about 4-6 weeks through the rest of the cut. Primarily just because I hate cardio so much. I figure I'll get in the gym twice, increase my heart rate twice. Not going to be going in as long or hitting it as hard as I would normally in a single session. But like I kind of mentioned in the commentary, I'm going to be focusing more on like a heavy strength-based workout in the mornings, and then a more volume hypertrophy-based workouts in the evenings. I'm still going to be sticking to the legs, push, pull, arms-based split, but overall, like I said, I'm going to be doing more compound movements in the morning, and then in the evening, I'm going to be switching to more isolation movements, trying to keep the workouts around 30-45 minutes-ish. The morning workouts might end up going a little bit longer because they're strength-based, so I'm taking longer rest periods. But overall, that's kind of the goal for right now. Yeah, as you guys saw, kind of worked out in a different peak this morning. This is about 15-20 minute drive from my work and from my house. It's actually close to Snap Fitness where I used to work out, so I'm kind of used to that drive. But reason for that is they have quite a few, they have a lot of different They have a lot of different leg-based machines and pieces of equipment. So for especially quads, I can get a much more varied or quad-specific workout at this gym, which is mainly why I came here. And we'll have to see. I might come here for some other things like back day, because they've got a couple of back machines, which I really like, a hammer strength row and things like that. But overall, we'll see. Not quite sure yet. The gym that's right next to my house has just about everything I need, which is why I go there all the time. Overall, good workout, good morning, feeling good. Let's head to work. I will see you guys, not sure, maybe I'll see you at lunch, maybe I'll see you after I get off work when we head to the gym again. Gonna be doing glutes and hamstrings as well as some more calves tonight, so that's gonna be after I get off work. I'll see you guys later. Alright, here we go. It is time for round 2. Alright guys, welcome back to the second portion of our leg day. Now, this evening session, like I mentioned earlier, is going to be focused more on lots of volume and kind of really high reps, high sets, and just really focusing on that kind of hypertrophy aspect. So we're going to be hitting our posterior chain tonight, and this is going to be focused on our glutes and our hamstrings, and then we're going to throw in a little bit of calves again at the end. Now, starting off, we're going to be doing stiff leg deadlifts again, because as you guys saw in my last leg video, this is one of my favorite movements to target that posterior chain. With this, we're going to be doing 2 warm-up sets, just kind of getting into the movement, keep the weight really light, focus on contracting the glutes, contracting the hamstrings, stretching them out at the bottom, and then we're going to get into 4 working sets of 15 to 20 controlled reps. So yeah, that's pretty high volume there, as you guys might be expecting. So you want to be keeping the weight a little bit lighter, because by the time you start hitting that 15, 16, 17 rep mark, you're going to start burning pretty bad. So really keep that weight light and focus on controlling it. Don't just slam the weight down, bring it back up. Keep that weight light. Keep your lower back tight. You'll notice that even though I've got light weight on the bar, I'm keeping my belt on for all of these working sets. And reason for that, again, is because we want to be sure to maintain as proper of a form as possible. This is one of those movements where you can really hurt yourself if you don't focus on that form. So even if we're doing 15, 20 reps, or if we're doing 4 to 6 reps, I want you guys to focus on the form over the weight more than anything else. If you have to, grab a camera like I do, set it up, record yourself, watch that set back. That's one of the best ways to improve in the gym, in my personal opinion, is to actually just watch yourself, not necessarily in the mirror, because then a lot of times, like with this, if you keep your head up, you're going to put your lower back in a bad position and your upper back. So you want to be keeping your head in a more neutral position, keep your spine nice and neutral, and that's going to help you maintain that straight and arched lower back throughout the range of motion. Whereas the second you start bringing your head up, looking up in the mirror and trying to watch your form, you're going to put yourself at a lot more risk of injury, basically. So yeah, if you guys have a camera or something like that, even like a GoPro, set it up if you can. Try and record your sets, watch them back, either in the gym or later on, and try and figure out how you can change your workouts, how you can change each exercise, tweak them a little bit here and there. But moving on, once we finish our stiff leg deadlifts, we're going to move into weighted good mornings. Now this last week was kind of like the first time that I really did these, and I really like this movement. However, I find that it's a little more difficult to get a good tight stretch at the bottom of the movement, because it ends up putting me so far forward that I start to lose my balance and I start to actually lose a little bit of form. My lower back starts to round by the time I start feeling a really good stretch in my glutes and my hamstrings. So as you saw at the start of this clip, I threw a couple of 5-pound plates on the ground and basically elevated my toes. So pretty much the exact opposite of like Olympic lifting shoes where you have an elevated heel. I'm elevating my toes so that I can get a greater range of motion or a greater stretch in my hamstrings without increasing my range of motion. So you can really see here, this first set, which you're watching now, I actually didn't have those plates. And as I start hitting that 15 to 20 rep range, my lower back actually starts to round because I'm starting to get fatigued. Whereas once I threw those plates under my feet, I was really able to maintain my form a lot better throughout these higher rep ranges and throughout my fatigue. So 3 sets of that, and then we're going to move straight into our last posterior chain movement, which is going to be, drum roll, lying leg curls, lucky sevens. So if you guys didn't like the lucky sevens from this morning, you're gonna hate these, because these are just as bad. It's gonna be the exact same thing. We're gonna be doing 3 working sets, starting off with 7 reps, focusing on the negative, so 4-second negative, and then without pausing, without resting, you're gonna go into 7 partial reps, focusing on that top contracting portion of the movement. So as you'll see, once I finish off these negatives, we're going to focus on that peak contraction, just really squeeze it out. And then once we finish that, We're gonna do 7 full reps right at the end to burn it out. And this is one of those movements where if you haven't done it before, keep the weight light to start and feel it out. I mean, the way you turn the intensity up on this, you don't want to be going super heavy, because by the time you hit even those top portion, those top half partial reps, you're going to be pretty burnt out if you're going too heavy. So, like I said, this is one of my favorite ways to kind of crank the intensity up. Tons of volume, really burns out those hamstrings. By the time you finish these 3 sets, it'll be tough for you to even walk out of the gym. Now, once we finish this, we're gonna move into the last 2 exercises for today, and we're gonna be hitting calves again. The reason for this is, as you guys may know, I normally would hit my calves before I start my workouts, and then I've been trying to hit them 2-3 times a week, but I'm gonna be changing things up, and I'm still gonna be hitting them maybe twice a week, but I'm gonna be focusing again like on a heavy compound movement, or just a heavy movement in the morning, and then more kind of high volume in the evening, just really cranking on my calves, trying to get them to grow, because I've tried a lot of things and they're kind of stagnant. I mean, it's one of those muscle groups where it's just hard to get them to grow. So we're gonna be doing 4 working sets on a standing calf raise. Again, this is one of my favorite movements for calves. If you don't have this machine, another alternative is a Smith machine calf raise. I remember at the Snap Fitness, which I used to work out at, which you guys may have seen some of my older videos at, they didn't have a standing calf raise machine, so I ended up just using a Smith machine. Throw a few plates on the ground, does just about the same exact thing, but this machine is one of my favorites for calves. Try not to go super heavy, focus on that range of motion. As you're coming up, really try and come up onto your big toes. Now, with this movement, we're going to be doing 12 to 15 reps, and then just pumping out some partials, as many as we can get towards the end. Just partials, forced reps, whatever you can to increase that intensity and really burn out the muscle. Next, what we're going to finish off with is going to be it's going to be actually my second favorite calf movement, and it's going to be a squat calf press, or squat calf raise. I don't know exactly. I don't think this actually has a name that I've seen. It's just kind of what I call it, a squat calf raise. I saw this done first by, what was the YouTuber? Eddie Active, I believe. Great YouTuber. If I remember, I'll link his channel down in the description. Check him out, follow him. He's really knowledgeable. He does a lot of really cool workouts. But this is calf movement, which we're going to be focusing on here. The goal of this is you want to be trying to press your hamstrings and the back of your legs into your calves, and then you're basically just rolling forward and up onto your toes. You don't have to add any weight like I'm using here. Just start off body weight, focus on the movement, focus on the contraction, and then see how it feels. With this one, I guarantee you it's really going to burn those calves, because you're squeezing and contracting them twice as hard as you would normally. So, hope you guys enjoyed this workout, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. And here comes my ride. Look at that service. Hitchhiking, you mind if I hop in?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Just kidding.
In the car. There we go. Just gonna sit right here. You gonna let me in? Hey, look at that. She thinks she's funny.
I'm hilarious.
Super hilarious, and it's super dark. U-turn, speed bump. Whoa! All right. Well. Oh man.
Another one.
Thanks. I kind of got that. Figured that out. But anyway, we just finished our workout. Jeez, you are a bad driver. Wrong way. Store.
Why?
Store.
Why?
Hamburgers.
Why? Oh.
We don't have hamburger.
Pizza Hut, it is.
No. Curb. As I was about to say, just finished the workout, and we were going to go by the store.
We are going to the store. I'm almost there.
We're going to the store to get hamburger material because I was supposed to have ice cream in my diet, but
That lasted one whole
it lasted
night.
2 days. I got the ice cream on Friday and somehow it mysteriously vanished by Sunday night. I don't know how. I mean, I didn't even have any of it, kind of.
He didn't even use a bowl, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, ice cream's a weak spot for me. But because of that, I've got like 14 grams of fat that I need to fill somehow, so we're gonna make hamburgers tonight. Yummy. Look at that butt.
Boys, who's your good boys? Milo, Julie. Hello, hello. Look at me. Look at the camera, smile. Eat that butt.
Alright guys, just back from the store. We picked up a few things. It is impromptu date night is what we'll call it. So we got some 93.7 lean ground beef. Now, because I've only got like 14 to 16 grams of fat, wanted to kind of keep it somewhat healthy, somewhat within my macros. Basically, I'm just trying to keep it as low fat as possible. With this guy, per serving, like 4-ounce serving, we've got, what is this? 4 ounces, 23 grams of protein, and only 8 grams of fat. So really not too bad at all. And then we've got this reduced fat cheddar, and this guy is 6 grams of fat per serving. So with both of these, that'll pretty much hit my fat macros for the day. For this guy, we've got some artisan buns, Fonce. But now these guys are pretty good. They actually only have 2 grams of fat, 36 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of protein per hamburger bun. So pretty good deal on these guys. See how they taste. We got some pickles, hamburger dill chips.
See? Dill chips.
Dill.
It's a hamburger.
I prefer sweet.
Ugh.
We got a tomato,
Tomato.
potato,
Tomato.
and I've got some onions in the fridge that I'm gonna slice up. So we're gonna grill up some hamburgers tonight, and then we're gonna have an impromptu date night. Yeah, but I gotta get the grill started, then we gotta go shower, because I am nasty. Did it get dark?
I fixed it.
Yeah, I am nasty. I didn't shower this morning after the gym, and then I went straight to work, so yeah. I just feel nasty and I feel gross. But I will see you guys after the shower. What are you doing, Chewy?
What are you doing? I see you. I see you. Tree. Tree. Tree.
Jealous. You jealous, Milo. You jealous. Oh, belly rubs.
Excuse me.
Alright guys, so we just finished cooking up everything. We've got our burger here. 4-ounce patty, which kind of shrunk. Got a little bit tiny. But got a fried egg, which we're going to throw on top of here. There we go. Should set that on the counter when it's still hot. And
Thank
then
you.
I'm also going to throw on a nice big piece of lettuce. Break that in half. As you can see, I've also got 1 serving of that low-fat cheddar cheese and just a few onions on there, some sliced red onions. Throw this guy on here. Now the other things that I need, this is gonna be a big burger. Got some tomato. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We're not done yet. Got some pickles. There we go. Where'd the pickles go? And finally, to top it all off, some jalapenos. Oh yeah. I love these guys. Just throw a couple of these on here. Yeah. Here we go. You ready? You ready? Mmm. Love them. Yum, yum, yum. So, I'm going to throw on a little bit of ketchup and mustard to this guy as well. But I've also got, so we're not finished yet, I've also got another meal that I'm throwing all this together with. In here I've got 3 egg whites, 1 whole egg. Normally I have 2, but the other one's on the burger. And then I've got a serving of that kind of Lunchable or luncheon meat that I normally use. And 2 servings of, what is it? These russets pre-sliced hash brown stuff that we got at Costco this weekend. So this is gonna be my last main meal for today. Pretty sure I'll have to check my macros, but I think this is gonna be about it for tonight. It is like 7:40, so we're gonna sit down, enjoy our meals. Wanna show them your little burger? How cute it is. Give me that your cute burger. Isn't it cute? But, I'm gonna see if I can close this. Let's see if we can do it. Can we close the burger without dropping anything? I don't think so. Come on. And boom. Oh yeah, there we go. It's falling.
We have skewers.
Done. Burger kebabs. Give me your burger too. No. All right, well my hands are covered in stuff, so come up here. Your eyes up here.
I'm hungry, so I keep looking at the burger.
All right, so this is gonna be it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the workouts. Let me know if you leave. Bleh. Hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Leave a comment down below if you give them a try. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.